everyone, thanks again for tuning in to Sin's Workshop. Hope you're all having a great day. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Stardust by Jiveta Takra. I really hope I didn't just butcher your name. If you're watching this, I sincerely apologize. I can't tell you how many times I just, even before I recorded this, I'm like saying your name repeatedly over and over again. I'm like, yeah, I think I got it, but now I think I butchered it, so I apologize. But anyway, before I begin, I do want to show off, this is a special edition that I got off of the Bookshop. So glad I got this, because this is a book I actually, I read this book, I got an arc off of Edelweiss, above the tree line, so I received an arc from it, so I didn't have to purchase this book at all, but I did. You know why? Because it's a good book. Totally worth it. So glad I have it. What I really like about it is it reminded me so much of Stardust by Neil Gaiman. And I just, it was so beautiful to read. It really was. It was just lyrical and magical and unique. Yeah, it reminded me of Stardust, but I think at the end of the day, it is wholly its own and it is completely unique. And that's what I really enjoyed about this novel, that it was unique in its own way and it was beautiful to read. So the novel does follow Chantal. She is the daughter of a star and a mortal man. Doesn't that just sound beautiful? Oh, sorry. Pardon me. Just so hiccupy today. She is the daughter of a star and a human man, and what she doesn't quite know is that she is going to have to choose one day what she wants to be, a star or, mortal. But I don't think she really gets a choice by the end of the novel. But it's still good. It's still. I'm kind of butchering this review, aren't I? Look, it's a good book. It's a good book. In any case, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, because it reminds me of Stardust a lot, and I like the Hindu folklore as well. I mean, Chantal, there's an incident and she has to go to the celestial court. She needs star blood to help her father, to save her father, because she is the reason why he is in the hospital. And she takes her best friend with her, who, since I have the book in my hand, I loved her best friend. I loved her best friend. I think that what makes her best friend so good is that she doesn't abandon her at all. She never abandons her. In fact, she goes to the stars with her. And I love that. I love how her best friend just sticks by her. And, sorry, I know I'm a little distracted. Minal. There we go. I love how her friend sticks by her. And I love how her friend is also a part of the LGBTQ community. Her friend does end up dating a star as well. And they are just dynamic, really. I mean, her friend is just amazing. I think we all kind of want that best friend who's willing to go up to the stars with us. And I love that Chantal has that kind of support. She has so much support from her father, from her mother, who, yes, did abandon her. We can't really forgive that, but you learn why, and you understand her. You understand she wasn't really given a choice. And you understand why she left her with her father, because she wanted her to grow up knowing humanity. And you have to respect that And I really didn't like that about her mother, that her mother, sometimes parents give up their children. I'm never giving up my son, just so you know. Um, but sometimes parents give up their children for the benefit of their kids. They think they're doing what's best. You know, just think of Once Upon a Time. Emma Swan and Henry and who else? Who else was given that? I forget. I was recently watching Once Upon a Time. Don't judge me. Um, but I like fairy tales. But you can understand it. It's not always forgivable, but it's understandable. And you can always learn to respect those people's decisions. So I don't agree with her mother. I understand what her mother. Actually, no, I do agree with her mother why she did what she did. Yes, she left her daughter alone, but that's because she didn't want her daughter to grow up not knowing humanity. She wanted to make sure that she had her father, that she knew what it was like to be human. And I think that that's really core in this novel, because for most of it, and I think this is going to speak to a lot of biracial and mixed children, society and the world tend to tell us we have to choose. You know, we have to choose if we want to be Mexican or Puerto Rican. We have to choose if we want to be white or black. You know, we want to choose if we want to be whatever mix you are. Why can't we be it all? I'm Mexican and I'm Puerto Rican. I've also got some Native American and Lebanese as well, mixed inside of me. And I think that that's really cool. And I like to kind of learn about all of it. And I want my son to know about all of it too. And I think that that is what really spoke to me about Chatal. You know, you have her angelic family who's not angelic, her Stardust family who's just like, no, you have to be a star. Humans are beneath us. And then you have her aunt who's just like constantly telling her to hide her stardustness, you know, her silver hair, and wants her to just kind of be human. Her aunt loves her. Her Stardust family loves her, but they all want her to choose. And I love her at the end where she chooses to be both. She's like, I am both. They are both a part of me. They are both part of my identity, and I will love both parts of me. And I love that message for Chatal. I think that that was great. I think it was amazing how she is able to accept both parts of herself and screw everyone else who says no. And I think that speaks to a lot of people today who say you have to choose one or the other. Like, no, you don't have to choose one or the other. You don't. No one does. You can love all parts of yourself. And that's what I really took away from this novel, the growth that Chatal goes through. She has a lot of anxiety. She does have panic attacks as well. She's entering this competition to help choose the next royal leaders of the Celestial Court. And she has to sing, and she's never really sung before. She doesn't sing. She's supposed to be a muse, because that's what stars are. They're inspiration. They inspire. And I love that. I love how there's this allusion to stars inspiring. I completely get that. Like, I love the moon and I love the stars, which is why I had to have this book. Because I do think of the moon as my protector. I mean, I wear a moon here, 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 here. I've got moons everywhere. I've got a tattoo of a moon on my ankle. Moons are my life. And I love stars. And I think it's great to see the love of sky interpreted in this novel in such a beautiful way, while also tapping into the author's Hindu culture. You know, I thought that was such a beautiful way, and it's made me want to learn more about Hindu culture and Hindu folklore. You know, I know a whole lot of Greek folklore, Greek mythology. I know a whole lot of, I know some Celtic too as well. So I know a lot about those two, but not so much about the others. You know, I read Wicked Fox, and that one inspired me to learn more about Korean folklore. And I'm still learning about Korean folklore. I'm still reading about it. This one inspires me to know more about Hindu folklore. And I really, if a book and an author makes me want to learn more, then I think the author's done an amazing job with what they've done here. But anyway, like I was saying, Chattel goes on a great journey with this novel. You know, she really learns to grow and accept herself. And I love that about her. I love how she has such a strong support system with her friends and father and mother. I love how she, and her boyfriend as well. And I love how she pretty much has screw you to everyone who says you have to choose. Like, no, I don't. I love that about her. I think it's a great message for the reader. I think it's a great message for anyone who's struggling with their identity, who thinks that they have to choose a part of themselves to be instead of being their whole self. So, highly recommend this book. I give it 4.5 stars out of 5. It really is a beautiful read. The imagery of the Celestial Court is just mesmerizing. I mean, like I said, I got this book for free as a digital edition. I went out of my way to buy it. I mean, just look at that cover. Look at it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful cover. It's a beautiful story. It's beautiful. So if I'm going out of my way to pay for this book, then that tells you something. That tells you something. That means it's good. It's worth paying for. I mean, am I gonna read it again? Maybe. I'll probably read it to my son when he gets a little older. I mean, I already read it to him, but he's like 1, so he's not gonna remember. So I can read it to him again. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5 stars. I think there were some things that the author could have worked on. As far as pacing, there are some times where it drags, but I love the history she builds in here of the Celestial Court. I love how she connects Stardust to muses. I think it's a beautiful story. It has wonderful language to it. It has incredible character growth. And the detail, the description, it's so rich, it's vibrant. It sucks you in. You are there in the Celestial Court. You're not just reading about it. It's a painting come to life for you. So, you know, that just tells you my feelings about it. So, once again, Star Daughter by Shveta Thakral. Really hope I didn't butcher your name again. Highly recommend. 4.5 out of 5 stars. I will include a link to purchase the book on bookshop.org in the description below. Money's too tight, which I completely understand. I do recommend checking out this book from your local library. And I hope you will continue to support me by liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and sharing it with all your book loving friends. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.